I bit my lip. Hello and welcome back to more RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 8, a much needed talk, which probably refers to, because last time we got teased that, the crow will give the talk to RWBY, and what I'm talking about is he's gonna actually explain that probably a fairy tale again. Everything related to RWBY's lore is about fairy tales. Something about the Silver Eyes, why Salem actually sent Tyrion behind RWBY, and what happened. Like, we did get kind of that similar stuff to that when Crow was explaining what happened to RWBY when she found out Cinders killed Pyrrha. We get some explanation, something about Silver Eyes and stuff like that, but we didn't get the full story. So maybe that's what we will get this chapter. That's what it feels like. That's one heck of a long chapter. It's actually 20 minutes. Is it the first time we will get 20 minutes chapter? I don't know. We probably got 23 minutes before. But what I'm trying to say is that that's a bit of a long chapter. Anyhow, that's beside the point. The point is that we should start the chapter. Why am I talking too much? So yeah, other than speaking a lot, I just watched actually the chapter 7, so I don't feel like talking a lot because I just recap everything in the last discussion. So please consider subscribing and to the chapter. Campfire talk. That's cool. Good for story time. To be honest, I feel like he'll need more than just bandages, because I believe it's actually poison.
This is just a lot to take in.
So did he already explain it?
Sure, of course.
I think he already explained it. You're not gonna see it?
Maidens.
Oh yeah, he explained the whole thing about maidens.
Don't need dust to use magic.
Yeah.
And there are 4 of them?
Yep. Always.
Which means that whenever one of them dies, the power transfers to someone, a female, that they care about?
Whoever was in their thoughts last. Important distinction. Best option, it's someone we can trust. Regardless, their souls become combined, in a way.
And that's what you were trying to do to Pyrrha.
What? It seems like what happened to Oscar and Osmond, but Osmond isn't maiden. What? I don't know.
The previous Fall Maiden, Amber, had been attacked. She was young, inexperienced. And her assailant, who we now know as Cinder, somehow managed to steal
Good they established that she was young and inexperienced, because it's kind of weird that an experienced maiden would be taken down by 3 Goonies. Well, it's not like Cinder and Emerald and Mercury are weak. But they're just... I should shut the fuck up, because I should...
You were there.
Yeah.
You heard her.
That guy, Tyrion. Why was he after me?
Silver Eyes!
Well, you definitely painted a target on your back with what you did at Beacon. I told you having silver eyes is a rare trait. And the fact that you're someone that was able to use them seems to have upset some very powerful people. Not many people know about the Silver Eyes. Those that do aren't very happy that one has surfaced. That's why I've been keeping an eye on you. Wanted to make sure you were safe. All of you.
Well, then, why not just travel with us?
I'll say something weird.
Like that would have been
It
way
seems like
easier.
they're low key.
Look, I wouldn't put it
trying
like
to say
that.
something
It's
about
complicated.
John. John never showed the semblance or something like that. Something special about John, but I can't exactly pinpoint what it is. Like when Tyrion was talking to them, like the chapter before the last chapter, he kind of said, he said to John, "You interest me, but I'm here for RWBY." And how Crow just looked at John right there, kind of suspicious. I don't know. But John is the focal point to the story. He can't be just a useless kid with, I don't know.
Have created dozens of gods. But if you believe Ozpin, two of them are actually real.
Two gods, okay.
Your brothers. The older sibling, the god of light, found joy in creating forces of life. Meanwhile, the younger brother, the god of darkness, spent his time creating forces of destruction. As you can imagine, they both had pretty different ideas about how things should go. The older one would spend his days creating water, plants, wildlife. And at night, his brother would wake to see all the things that the elder had made and become disgusted. To counteract his brother's creations, the god of darkness brought drought, fire, famine, all that he could do to rid Remnant of life. Life always returned. So one night, the younger brother went and made something. Something that shared his innate desire to destroy anything and everything.
Grim?
The creatures of Grimm.
You guessed it. The older brother had finally had enough. Knowing that their feud couldn't last like this forever, he proposed that they make one final creation. Together. Something they could both be proud of. Their masterpiece. Younger brother agreed. This
And
last
it is
great creation would be given the power to both create and destroy. It would be given
Humans!
the gift of knowledge so that it could learn about
or
itself and the
sentient
world
people.
around it. And most importantly, it would be given the power to choose. To have free will to take everything it had learned and decide which path to follow. The path of light,
The bird of the
the
open.
path of darkness. And that
Men.
is how humanity came to be.
But what does that have to do with us?
Well, that's the kicker. See, the four gifts to mankind, knowledge, creation, destruction, and choice, aren't just metaphorical. Each of them exists in a physical form, left behind by the gods before they abandoned Remnant. And each of them is extraordinarily powerful. If someone were to collect all four, they'd be able to change the world. And that's exactly what the enemy wants. The Huntsman
What are
Academies were
those
created to
four
train
things?
generations of humanity's
Relics?
protectors.
Is that relics?
They also serve another purpose. Guarding the relics.
Oh yeah.
When Ozpin's
Got it.
predecessor founded the schools, he built them around the relics to act as a fortress. Not only would they be easier to defend, but they would be constantly surrounded by
Four
trained
relics and four kingdoms.
The hope was that hiding the relics would keep men.
Mr. Haven, Mr. Haven,
And of course,
Vacuo and
out
Atlas.
of her reach.
Salem. So who's Salem exactly?
So yeah, there's
Now I understand a lot of a lot of things.
Her.
Yeah.
Salem?
Now we gotta get some backstory about
not
Salem.
much is known about her, and quite frankly, that's not what matters. What matters right now is that she wants the relics. And if she gets them, it's not going to end well.
A lot of MacGuffins. A lot of MacGuffins. The maidens, the relics.
You know, you can always go in and say hi.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to bother him.
Bless
A
you.
father's never too busy for his daughter.
Not all of my friends would agree with you on that.
Here.
What? Where are you going?
You've never been very talkative, but that boy you brought home loves to run his mouth.
True.
I want to hear
He
more about the
does.
adventures of Team RWBY.
Holly, is that you, dear?
Well, she's shaking. It's just your father. Have you never served tea?
Hey, Dad.
Blake. Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
That's one of a mural. Could you call it a painting or a mural? It looks very cool though.
Don't worry.
Someone did point out from the comments that
Sit down.
the Gear. His name is Gear, right?
Nonsense. I've been cooped up.
Gira.
here
Okay,
all day.
Gira. His name is Gira. He was actually the guy that made
You still take sugar, right?
organized the White Fang or
sorry.
created the White
No,
Fang.
no, no,
For some
no.
reason,
Oh, here, take this
I
one.
didn't
No,
pick
really,
it
it's-
up.
it's no big
I'm
deal.
really sorry. I didn't notice that, but now I know.
Positive.
That's what Blake. That's why Blake actually joined them.
Old
Maybe
habits, I
because
suppose.
it's her father that started the whole
Might
thing.
want to let it cool.
Right.
So, is it warm in Vale?
Huh?
Not that one.
Just seems
I
like
don't know,
your
I've never
outfit
been
doesn't
there.
cover very much.
Plenty.
I mean, a little more armor might help, don't you think?
I'm fine. I don't need armor. I can look after myself.
I know you can.
I mean, he can cover himself with all that chest hair, though.
Why? Why would you say that?
What?
Sweetheart, what's wrong? What did I say?
What happened?
You still love me after what I did.
What did he do? Just leave? That's cool.
Blake. Your mother and I will always love you.
You were right. I shouted at you and yelled at you, but you were right. I called you cowards.
It's okay.
Is that when she left for Adam
I
to
should've
the White
left
Fang?
The White Fang with you and Mom. I should have listened to you, and I'm sorry.
Oh, so she's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
So when they left the White Fang, she didn't join them. Okay.
We never held anything against you, and I never feared you would fail. The only thing I ever feared was
Someone
that you
else
would
did
fall down the wrong path.
noted to me or said to me, but that Gira is actually from Bagheera from the Jungle Book. When I grew up with the Jungle Book, especially the animation, it was really fun. I didn't notice that,
Out.
but yeah, now
You
that
came
he's
back.
kind of wholesome and
Possess that kind of strength.
advisive, I don't know how to
You
call
would have
it,
the
but
courage to face their
he
demons
is like
again.
Bagheera from Mockley.
Vale, Mountain Glen, Beacon. You confronted the White Fang time after time.
I didn't do it alone.
He does have that parenthood kind of thing to it, like Bagheera
Which is
from
why
the
I wanted to ask you,
from Mockley.
why did you leave Vale? Why did you leave your friends behind?
I...
Ah, son
Son?
was listening.
Whoa!
Oh, Gira
This
doesn't
isn't
like
bad.
him.
I'll just be going. Sorry to interrupt this tender family moment.
Run away, fucker.
I really don't like you.
Does he say that every time he meets Son? I'm pretty sure he says that every time he meets
So let's say
Son.
we believe all of this. There really is this crazy evil being behind these attacks, not just some thugs trying to become powerful. Why doesn't the world know? Why isn't Atlas going after them, or Mistral?
And why aren't we in more of a hurry to get to Haven? Shouldn't we be getting them a message? What if they're next?
The headmaster.
Didn't we
over there
establish
saw
that they
what
are
happened,
next?
Beacon. He's not dumb. He'll be on his guard. Besides, it takes time to mobilize forces like that. Do you really think they planned out that attack on Beacon overnight? And to answer your question,
It was in
it's the
steps.
same reason we keep
It
quiet.
took
about
3
the
volumes to
If the whole world knew
get
about the
Beacon
relics,
down.
about Salem, it would be chaos. We'd have another great war on our hands. And this
Other
time,
than that, you wouldn't have just Salem going after the relics. Probably other people would pop out too.
Look, I had the same questions too. But old Ozpen always put his foot down. We can't cause a panic. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Salem's smart. She works from the shadows, using others to get what she wants, so that when it comes time to place the blame, we can only point at each other. She's trying to divide us.
That's actually what happening between Atlas and Beacon and others. When the Atlas charity, they were saying that Beacon had it coming, and that's not much of the truth. Some people are blaming
Alright.
Atlas too,
So
because
what should we
Atlas
do?
robots were part of the bringing Beacon down.
I don't really know. Ozpin has put a lot of trust in the headmasters. Like I said, the schools are an important part of stopping Salem. Atlas is going to be on high alert after the last attack, and Vacuo is, well, Vacuo. It'll be hard to hire thieves and scoundrels to fight against other thieves and scoundrels.
Oh, so Vacuo isn't that good, actually.
Add in the fact that Cinder and her crew claim to be from Haven, and I think it's likely the next target.
Yeah, that's what I said. So Mestro to the...
We're on our way to the headmaster. Haven't heard from him in a while, even before the attack. I'm hoping he has the answers.
You get... He gotta get that church turn. It's gotta be worse than just a crash. Scratch.
This is a lot to take in. And it all sounds crazy. But
Ruby's hella short. I mean, she's
do
16,
whatever
yeah.
I can to help. Because I trust you.
But that log is like
Why couldn't you just
1/3 of her size.
Secrecy and
Look, this has nothing to do with trust. It's a long story, okay?
seriously? Now you're tired of telling us stories?
But you know that crows are a sign of bad luck. Old superstition. But it's how I got my name.
Crow? Bad luck?
See, some people can absorb.
Your birth was bad luck.
Some people can burst into rose petals.
I kind of relate to that.
Just born unlucky. My semblance isn't like most.
Actually, when I was born, I remember they said there was a river. The same day I was born, maybe the same month I was born, there was a river that flooded the town near us. So hey, I was born in bad luck too. It's not that bad.
When I'm fighting an enemy, but it makes it a little hard on friends and family.
Well, you are just a real bundle of help, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Taking a walk.
Oh, a flight. So he gonna turn
Nothing else you
to
want
a
to tell us?
crow. It's Raven. Ooh, she's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Tonight.
Yeah, she warned them. She was like, you can't tell them more. She was observing everything that happened to the girls. Raven is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Raven is, oh god.
Personal space.
I'm sorry, okay? Ow! I'm
Can't
sorry.
observe that, man.
Look, I promise it was important. I needed to find you to talk to you.
What, son? What could be so important?
I was talking to your mom and she said something weird about the White Fang.
I'm stopping you right there.
But
I told you. I'm not here to fight the White Fang. I'm not here to fight anyone.
But just hear him out. You did just
To figure
hear him
things
out.
out and to see my family.
your mom said White Fang members don't wear masks in Menagerie. But I saw one at the market yesterday. I even got a picture.
Son,
Look, I'm trying to help.
I don't want your help.
Come on, give him a chance. Especially that now. Holy, what? What's that? Did the phone hit somebody in the head? What's that? That's a White Fang member. Crap. That's like the Ambu Black from Naruto.
A spy.
Shinobu.
Why would...
Shinobi. What?
Wait.
Did I say Shinobu?
What's
I meant Shinobi.
The White Fang is evil. I totally called it, and I'm bringing your daughter back.
Get Gira too. He looks like a big dude. He looks like he can handle some trouble.
We should probably get moving.
Yeah.
They couldn't sleep. I thought he woke up like that, just He's getting worse, man. Like I said, it's worse than a normal scratch. It's gotta be poison. Yeah, look at that. That's purple. That's very bad, very bad, very bad. Can you?
Well, that's unfortunate.
Come on, you gotta run to Mistral now. Okay, what? Just there? Okay. Sometimes RWBY just ends abruptly. Damn, what a long chapter, but an informal chapter nonetheless. Jeez, recapping all this will be one hell of a trouble for me. Or should I not do it because you actually just watched the whole thing? I'll just give opinions about stuff that I think should be opinions given. Oh, we actually got this episode. We got a lot of background stuff that I actually needed. I understand a lot of stuff now. So basically, we have two MacGuffins now. The Maiden's MacGuffins basically being the element in the storytelling. For people that don't know, a MacGuffin is an element in the storytelling or in a certain story that the hero goes or search for. Like what? Like the Infinity Stones and the Avengers. Those are MacGuffins. Certain things like that. Money in a bank heist movie. Those are MacGuffins. Stuff like that. Anyhow, so we have two, but in RWBY we have two different MacGuffins. The Maidens and the Relics. Who's more important? It seems like the Relics are the most important thing. But why is also the Maidens important? Just the power of it? I don't know. I'm not sure. But we got a lot of we got the story of two gods, and that's how they create human beings and how they came to create the relics too. And that's what Salem is coming back. Though we didn't get much about Salem because we don't still know who she is actually and what she's going after. Well, she obviously going after the relics, but why? We don't really know that. Yeah, White Fang, I'm doing stuff that aren't very cool in Menagerie. Like I said, like, come on, we can't decide, especially that the guys, I forgot their names, they had really weird names. The guys that talked to Gira last chapter before the last chapter were kind of suspicious, and they did say that they will inform Adam, and Adam is probably the White Fang, or Adam's team is coming to Menagerie, and some shit will hit the fan. We got a really nice talk between Gira and Blake. Again, Gira showed why he is, or why he's inspired from Bagheera. He's really parentful, that's the word? No, he just shows really characteristic of a good parent, of a good father. He's really wholesome, he's really nice, he's really understandable. He's the counter opposite of Wace's parents. And but he still hates Son. He hates Son's guts though. Oh, we saw a scene in the end with the when who asked? RWBY asked us Crow for more information. Is he gonna give him more information? But as soon as he was gonna say something, was he gonna say something? I don't know. But Raven landed, alerting him to don't say a word, shut the fuck up. This episode was more of an exposition episode, but it wasn't in the bad way. A lot of episodes, a lot of chapters, and a lot of TV series or shows do these epilogue or expedition episodes in a really bad way, in a jarring way, where you just don't want to watch the episode. But this was really fucking cool because a lot of questions, because the show itself makes you ask a lot of questions, and finally when you get the answer of it, you don't just skip or don't actually pay attention. You actually shut the fuck up and pay attention, because your mind is boggling you for answers. Maybe that's why they keep doing those scenes when two characters, they talk and they stop talking about ominous stuff or stuff that we don't really understand. So when they come to explaining it, you actually pay attention, because you kind of want, because you do or you want to hear that information, not just like people that just start throwing expeditions at you. I don't know. That's gotta be all. Or this chapter, we'll see. I'll see you next chapter that I'll watch actually now, and it looks like something with Blake. Anyhow, I'll watch the chapter right now. So I guess that's all for today and for you guys today, but it's gonna be more for me now. And thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and leaving a like too, and that's all. Bye.